Hey guys, it's Ashley and today's video is going to be on songs in the night. Keep on watching to hear what I have to say. You guys, I'm very passionate about this video and I'm going to encourage you to stick with me throughout the whole video to hear what I have to say about the topic of songs in the night. So I need to give credit to an amazing man named Charles Spurgeon. I just watched a video, or you could say a sermon, on the topic of songs in the night. I will put it on the bottom, and I'm going to really encourage you guys to watch this sermon. It is amazing. Songs in the night. This concept is coming from Job chapter 35, verse 10. And it says, "But no one says, 'Where is God my Maker?' Who gives songs in the night?" God gives songs in the night. What is this? What is this song that God is giving us in the night? I believe this scripture is literal, and I also believe it's symbolic. So, songs. Yes, songs are literal, something that we sing, but I also believe the word songs is encouragement. It is hope. It is comfort. It is divine wisdom. And God is giving us this song of encouragement, this song of hope in the night. Yes, literal. In the night, He will give us encouragement. As we all know, at times, sometimes the evening is the hardest part of the day. It seems those who struggle with depression and anxiety and whatnot, it seems to be thicker in the evenings. And so God is literally giving us hope in the evenings, but also night. It can be looked at in such a way where it's a dark season you're going through. People have used the saying dark night of the soul. You know, it's this season of darkness, a season of trial. And so we've got encouragement because God will give us a song. He will give us encouragement. He will give us hope in the night, in the dark seasons. So Spurgeon elaborates on this message, and I want to give you a few highlights. So he asks, or he explains, there are 3 ways that we can obtain a song from God. And he says we can obtain the song from yesterday, from the current night, and for tomorrow. And so breaking that apart, yesterday, it can mean literally yesterday we can tap into and hold on to, for a song or an encouragement. But Spurgeon went in detail. He went way back to even creation. We are to look in the past. And when we look in the past, we're looking at God's testimonies. We're looking at the goodness of the Lord, His redemption. We're not looking at yesterday because of things that went sideways or incorrect. No, we're looking at yesterday in regards to what God has done. He said you can go back to even creation and encouraging yourself with the Lord created the world and He created me. You can go back to yesterday and look at the testimonies of what God has done for you and how He's redeemed you. And I think that's really important to look back at all the times the Lord was there for you. Because if He was there for you in the past, He is going to be there for you in this current night season. Spurgeon also explained, if that is hard for you to do, to pull testimonies from the past, from yourself, he said, then pull it from others. Look at other people's lives, and you can borrow what God has done for them for yourself. And when he said that, I smiled, because the only reason why I came across Spurgeon's sermon was because I was actually looking to Spurgeon in his life for encouragement for myself. You see, Spurgeon was an amazing man of God, but he went through so much. I'm going to put this article on the bottom as well. It is labeled 10 Spurgeon Quotes for the Wounded Christians, and it does explain in there how he battled a lot of health situations and even depression, and he died at the age of 54. And so knowing about Spurgeon and the things he went through, but he was such a man of God, really brings me encouragement. So I was just studying about Spurgeon for encouragement, and then that's how I actually stumbled across the message. And within his message, he said, one way we can get a song from God is to even look at other Christians for encouragement. And I was actually literally doing that. I thought that was so cool. So, in summary, we can look to yesterday for a song from the Lord, for encouragement from God to face the night season that we're in. Then he goes into the current night. He's like, you can actually pull a song from the current night that you're in, the current state that you're in. We can find something to be thankful for. We can find something to rejoice in, even if we are facing the most dark moment ever in front of us. He even said, you can encourage yourself and you can remind yourself that we are not treated as we actually deserve. Like, we deserve hell, but we're not in hell. I mean, he said if you got to go that far back to find that encouragement, then you go there. He said, even if you were sick, he says, but do you have friends? He's like, take encouragement that you've got friends. And, you know, you would have to watch the sermon or listen to the sermon to really pull in regards to what he had to say specifically, but I loved that. And, you know, you guys, no matter what we're facing, we can find things to rejoice in and be thankful for. And then the last point he made in regards to finding a song is he's like, look for tomorrow. And it doesn't mean necessarily the literal tomorrow, but tomorrow as in, you guys, we are Christians, and if you are not, I will encourage you to really, really take time into this idea of bringing Jesus in your heart. Spurgeon talks about it at the end of his sermon that I will put on the bottom. I will put a video about salvation that I did myself on the bottom as well. So, as Christians, we can find comfort, we can find a song in regards to we get to go to heaven, and heaven's going to be amazing. And then we get to be with Jesus during the millennial reign. And so we can find encouragement in the days that are ahead of us. And so we are to find this song and we are to sing it. So I'm going to go someplace over here real quick and then I will come back. Matthew 25 talks about these 10 virgins. And there were 5 that had oil and there were 5 that did not have oil. And if you study this parable, I believe it's verses 1 through 13, it talks about the importance of buying oil. And oil is intimacy with the Lord, okay? Oil is deep friendship with the Lord, and we need oil. We need oil, you guys. And one way to get oil is to do exactly what Spurgeon was talking about. When we are faced with darkness, and if we can find a song to sing, comfort to cling to, we are literally buying oil in this moment. And we need oil. We need the intimacy with the Lord. I just really felt like I was supposed to say that. Now back to Spurgeon's message. So he ends with 4 ways these songs from the Lord can bring use into our lives. And he said the first thing is these songs will cheer you up. And he gave the analogy of, remember when you were a child and you had to walk in the dark, and how you would sing a song to yourself to comfort yourself? And I thought, as a child, I said, I still do this. Oh, the other night, I was walking, it was super dark, and I remember literally singing to comfort myself and to cheer myself up. And so I thought that was funny. But he said, just as we did that in the natural, in the dark, we would sing a song to cheer us up. We need to do that in the spiritual. The second thing he said in regards to how these songs can help us is it helps us in our trouble. You know, no matter what we're facing, if we can find this song to sing, to hold on to, it will help us in our troublesome times. The third thing he said was having a song is going to cheer your companions. So if you are going through a dark night of the soul, if you are going through a dark season, if you're able to grab a song from the Lord and sing it, it's not just going to help you, but it's going to help those around you. And then finally, he says, singing a song is the best argument in the world in favor of our religion. Okay, that was a mouthful. I will encourage you to watch the sermon to really understand what he's saying. But the way I look at it is this. When we sing a song in this very dark season, it's going to bring favor on our religion. It's going to bring favor on the Christian faith. Think about it. If we're facing something horrific, but if we can sing in that season, those who are not Christians are going to look at us and be like, what? You were facing all of these things, but you were still able to sing? I want what you have. And so there you go, guys. That is just a quick summary of this amazing message. I will again encourage you to watch it. It's linked on the bottom. You are loved, and we're going to get through the season that we are in. All right, guys. Bye.